Hey, what's up? How's it going? The tattoo stream went great, but I did get the tattoo machine confiscated. Because the manager was like, "Yeah, there's no problem," and then the owner found out, was like, "No, you can't do that because then if I do it and then other people want to do it, and then if they're not very hygienic, then it's just a bad idea." So yeah, so I turned in the machine yesterday, just the machine part. That's all they get. Hey, what's up, Autumn? What's up right now? Yeah, it's all good. I'm just actually doing some fourth step fear inventory work, and so I figured I'd hang out on here. And yeah, I was gonna play music in the background, which I was gonna do on TikTok Live because it would be fine to play music in the background there, but not on here on YouTube. But I can't find the remote anywhere. I don't live in this front house anymore. It's freaking a mess, and people are just clueless sometimes. I live in the back house, but I was coming over here because nobody's here right now. So I wanted to just be, away from any, people and noise and play music, but that didn't work out. So I was like, oh, well, I'll just go on YouTube then since I can't play music anyway. Damn, I just cut my finger. What tattoo did I do? Did hearts, yeah. So I did, and dude, I'm not like an artist by any means. I just did this because I wanted to, and I like, tattoos and art that's not like perfect. So yeah, I did it, just hearts up my leg, and it's healing pretty well. I'm taking care of it pretty well, so more on that later. But yeah, so basically what I'm doing is the fear inventory, which I listed all my fears that come from the four-step resentments, and basically what, let's see, this a short description of each fear, and then what places and circumstances cause it, or cause it to arise in me. And so we're starting with the analysis of the fears and just going to write, examples of the fear, where it occurred, why I have it, and, self-reliance, it always fails you in the fears, that's a given. If it could be harmed, if it harmed me in some way by something I couldn't control or avoid, can you run away from the fear? How did I act or react to the fear? Did the fear affect others? What should we now rely upon, if not ourselves? The answer is always God or a higher power. It doesn't need to be, necessarily the general conception of what God is. But yeah, here, excuse me, hold on. Oh, nice. Well, I'm glad that the tattoo you did yourself came out well. Beluga. I am from the USA, California. I should tell George Norrie about this. Yeah. I don't know anything about that, but if you want to tell this George Norrie guy, go for it. But yeah, I'm not like seeking out like other outlets to broadcast or something. But if they want to contact me, they can. Matthew let her drink on the weekends. She has no kids. Mind your own business. I have no idea what you're talking about. Anyway, yeah. How is Donald Trump? I don't really involve myself in politics. I think all politics are corrupt. All politicians lie in some way or another. So I generally don't involve myself in that type of thing. Anyway, all right. So analysis of fear. Anger is the first one. So let's see, where does I could just put this anger arises a lot in sober living. This fear arises a lot in sober living, because I've been in and out of it for 3.5 years, so I'm almost angry at myself at this point. Why do I have each fear? Because it's caused me to get kicked out a good amount of times. my anger problems, me to be kicked out somewhat often. About maybe half the play or a quarter of the places, a third, I don't know, something like that. Self-reliance always fails me in fears. Do I trust Jesus Christ for my salvation? I do not have a particular religion. I am just spiritual in my own way. And I think believing and doing the next right thing and being, you know, being kind to others, which I'm not perfect, but yeah, I do my best. So self-reliance always fails me in fear, I'll just say. Was I about to be harmed in some way by something you could not control or avoid? No, let's see. Let's see. Anger always harms myself. Anger always harms myself more than others. There we go. More than others. Can you run away from the fear? Can you run away from anger? No, it's best to deal with it. It's best not to run and to process anger as calmly as possible. And let's see, how did I react? I used to act out of anger and just cause more issues for myself. But now I play the tape all the way through, and process it so it doesn't affect me negatively. It also affects others negatively, but essentially I hurt myself more. It's a lot of writing. Ugh, whatever. And what should we now rely upon if not ourselves? Need to rely on God and prayer to help guide me through anger. Yay. Hey, what's up, dog bone? How's it going? Let's see. Does Patrick actually want to help others? Your personal opinion? That's not for me to say. I'm not in his head. I do think he wants to help others, but I think he gets too wrapped up in the social media and in himself. And so I think it deters him from being of a maximum service to others. But yeah, I'm not in the guy's head. If I didn't sign an NDA, would you be, I don't know about that. I don't know. If I didn't sign the NDA, if they would have forced me to leave, I have no idea. We all signed it. Only me and a couple other people read all the way through it. And I can only speak for myself, but I retained the info. Dogbone, yes, is step work. So technically it's a form of homework. Oh, hey, Denise. Yeah, figured I'd just hop on here while I'm doing some step work. I was gonna play music in the background, do this on TikTok because it's allowed there, but the remote is missing in this front house, which of course that's highly believable and likely because these guys are not very organized. So, I figured, I can't listen to music, so there's no reason I need to be on TikTok, so I can be on YouTube, but music would have prevented me from doing YouTube because of the copyright issues. So, so we're here with silence and peace in the background and just doing step work. how's the roommate doing? Or are you talking about the guy that was coughing all the time? That fool left. He's like, oh, somebody owes me money and they're not paying me, so like I can't afford rent. And so yeah, dude was whacked out. Um, Thank you, begging Nater. If you want me to call you something else, it might be preferential with less syllables. Um, Thankful. Oh yeah, Denise. Yeah, you don't have TikTok. Right on. Well, they did make it available to download again, so it is back in full effect. If you ever want to download it to hang out over there, but I'll try to space it out between the two platforms. This journey hasn't been easy for me, and you trust that God's watching, and this actually might work this time. Putting in the work, yeah. I was putting in the work last time, but this time a hell of a lot more, and taking the suggestions from others. Especially when it comes to the relationship thing. So, that dude was super wild. Oh yeah, it really bothered me. I said good morning to him, and he didn't even respond. I'm like, but whatever. Okay, Nate, cool, sounds good. My fans were ganging up on you. Well, you were also being a little brat, dog bone. So they're not. I don't consider anybody fans, and I don't think anybody was ganging up on you. I think you got a little out of line, and people had to keep you and felt they needed to keep you in check, and so. I know you can be a little sassy boy, dog bone. So maybe it's time for you to do the step work. Um, all right, the next one is the fear of discomfort. I have 29 fears to get through here. So this is going to put me about 2/3 of the way done when I finish this part, but then I have a solution part. All right, so the fear of discomfort. Oh my God. So a lot of my current fears and what I'm processing is like definitely sober living issues, especially after being in Graceland and then, being at another place, and being at a lot of places, there's always discomfort. I'll put the same thing. This fear arises a lot in sober living. And this is going to be good for me to process all of this because it's just a constant reminder to stay sober so I don't ever have to go back to sober living, you know? Oh, Mad TV, that's funny. Oh, they're all just self-projecting onto you, huh? Well, I guess I was self-projecting too. But Dogbone, you got to see your part in it. You don't have to. You can do whatever you want, but I think it'd be beneficial for you to see your part in it. Do I have to come up with all my own fears? Yeah, well, you do the resentments first in the first part of step 4. You put down all the people, places, or things you resented. You put down all the resentments, why you resented them. You put how it affected your self-esteem, ambition, personal relationships, and pocketbook. And then you see your part in it. Basically, how are you selfish, self-seeking, fearful, inconsiderate, or dishonest? And then you go through it yourself and kind of pick out what your greatest fears are through all these resentments. And so, yeah, I think I had like 60. The step work I've done before, they wanted you to get 100 resentments, but since I've been through the steps before, my sponsor's not like fucking crazy. He's just like, do as many as you can. So I got 9, AA 17, 24, 31, 37, 44, 51, 57, 65. 65 resentments this time, and I came up with 29 fears through all those. So let's see, fear of discomfort. This fear arises a lot in sober living. Because and then so I'm supposed to put why do I have each fear? Because it sucks living with a bunch of random recovering addicts. It sucks living with a bunch of random newly sober, we'll say that, sober addicts. And my self-reliance on the fear, right, yes, because I have to turn it over to God And I don't need to keep, oh, I guess I should just be thorough. Self-reliance, always, it will say this in every single one, fails me in fear. All right, and then, was I about to be harmed in some way by something I could not control or avoid? Um, no, I mean, because it's just catastrophizing, it's letting my anger, and so, um, so was I about to be harmed? Oh, no, no, because I can always control what I do myself and can avoid the situations by I can discomfort by having the courage to change the things that I can. Use some serenity prayer shit in there. Change the things I can, which is how I act and what I do. There we go. Can you run away from fear? No, it's the same in everyone. No, you can't run away from discomfort. You must process it. And how did I act or react to fear? I used to act out and get angry and cause more issues for myself. But recently, I have recognized unhealthy situations and processed them and did what I could do in a responsible and healthy manner to either manage or get away from negativity. And I'm sure you guys understand what I mean there at Graceline Ranch. All right, let's see. We'll catch up here. Do I stay in sober living and rehab year round? No, you stay as long as you feel you need to. Usually rehab and detox is like the first month or two. And then sober living you go to after that. If some people, it's like, dude, there's so many different ways to do it, but you can stay as long as you want, But I've made the mistake a lot of times of leaving too soon. So I'm trying to stay as long as I can, stay without feeling like mentally or emotionally, I don't know the word for it, just bothered. So yeah, I'm doing my best. It's all good right now. So I'm just getting my life back together. I wouldn't want to go move out right now. I just got a job. Like, I just got shit in order, therapy and medical insurance, and everything. So I'm just getting back to normal. I'm here for, at least another month. I'll probably stay another month after that. So yeah. No, I wouldn't say I want to be left alone. If I want to be left alone, I wouldn't come on here. That would be kind of hypocritical of me. But I do work better like alone as opposed to a team. But I'm also, I know that could like deter me from being, having good social interactions. So yeah, I'm working on myself, but I wouldn't say I like to be left alone. There's times I like to be left alone. It's good to have a healthy balance between that and social interactions. Would I be open to having my own apartment, or will that lead to relapse? Yes, definitely, definitely That's the goal. Yeah, no. If I was in sober living for the rest of my life, like I might as well just like go end it all. That's an exaggeration, but I mean it's kind of there's some truth to every joke. Oh, hey Amanda, what's up? Good to see you. Yeah, Jambi, I'm back. Um, yeah, you have to feel it out to see what's going to work for you. But you know, you do the step work, and you stay doing the next right thing, and things work out. You know, don't run away from your problems. So let's see. Did my fear affect others? Yes. My acting out of discomfort would cause others discomfort and still does at times, but I recognize it and try not to escalate it. What should we now rely upon? It's always the same answer. Need to rely upon God and prayer to help guide me through discomfort. All right, the next one is going to be mental instability. And now I have that fear both inwardly and outwardly because sometimes I wonder, Jesus Christ, am I crazy? And then there's a lot of times I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, is this person crazy? Are these questions a way to cope with the hateful comment you talked about that you received recently? These questions? No, this is step work. This is my fear inventory of the fourth step in Alcoholics Anonymous. But a lot of my fears do arise in social media. So that was one of the things I noticed a pattern. A lot of these fears and behaviors arise out of social media. So I need to be able to process them and work through them and understand them. Because for me to just try to run away, one of the big questions here is, can you run away from fear? So I can run away from social media. I can go on a complete social media blackout. I could go, oh, that's it, I'm done. But is that really beneficial for me to run away from? When I do enjoy things about social media, I've met plenty of cool people off social media. So for me to limit myself and to run away from it would be doing myself a disservice. And that's essentially the same thing for every fear. So, do you know what I mean? Do I see Nick is on new rules where he can't touch anyone? That is not a new rule. That has been a rule for a long time. Yeah, it's just the internet. Can't let it get to you. Oh, God, Dogbone, you are so opinionated. It's amazing. I love it. Fear of mental instability. I've been having a fear about Dogbone's mental state. I'm just kidding. It's not that big of a deal. All right, so can I cite examples of where this occurred? See, all of this shit occurs in sober living. It's crazy. Yes, because the fear of other people being mentally unstable, and then the fear that I'm going crazy in places, especially at Graceland. This fear arises a lot in sober living because I worry that others' mental states are what's the word for it? Are very erratic and concerning. Which causes me to worry about my own mental stability and makes me question myself and others. Am I crazy or are they crazy? Essentially, the answer is both, but like who am I? Am I fucking gonna lie about it? Yeah, right. Why do I have each fear? I have this fear because I feel I am a highly aware person, both inward and outwardly. I know I am also a highly sensitive person. If anybody's ever read that book, The Highly Sensitive Person, it's fucking amazing. I read it and it was like me to a T, like it was perfect. Let's see. Jambi's met all of his or her I think his best friends over social media, the internet. Wow, yeah, no, dude, I've been meeting people since I was 12 years old. 1997, Yahoo Chat. 12? No, 13. 1998, Yahoo Chat. I met a girl that lived a few blocks from the library where I was using the internet, and I went and met her. Pretty crazy. Hey, Southwest 203. Hey, Italy. That's awesome. I'm not half, but a good chunk Italian and a good chunk Norwegian and the rest English. Dogbone says, nah, man, honestly, can't take it all so literal. Just have to laugh things off at times, you know. No, for sure. I'm, dude, for sure. Nate says, all you can do, dog, sometimes. Jambi started with AOL. My parents, went the budget route and got CompuServe, which was, AOL was more expensive. So I got CompuServe, which you could chat with people that were on AOL through the old Instant Messenger. They were connected. It was like the budget version of AOL. Denise, yeah, it's called The Highly Sensitive Person. You should check it out. It says like only 15 to 20% at the most of people in the world are like this. And there's all different. There's a spectrum of it as well, obviously. But yeah, I'm the worst of them all. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so was it because self-reliance failed me? Yes, it's always the same. Self-reliance always fails me in fears. And was I about to be harmed in some way by something you cannot control or avoid? I did worry a lot that others' mental instability would possibly harm me physically, although that never happened. But I also worried that I would harm others out of this fear. And it sucks. It sucks to feel that way, where you're like you're living in a place with random people that are newly sober and like they're acting crazy. And then I'm like witnessing it and then it makes me feel crazy because like other people don't notice it or don't care. And then I'm like, am I nuts? And then I'm getting upset and angry and I'm like, oh my God, like, am I gonna act out now? Now I'm gonna be perceived as a crazy person. And I've done it, right? And then people are like, oh my God, they're like appalled, like, oh, can't believe it, Matthew, you're nuts. And I'm like, fuck. So I really had to learn to like process that shit. And that's why this stuff's good, Let's see, can you run away from fear? No, you can't run away from mental instability. It must be dealt with. it's very repetitive, this stuff. A lot of the questions, the self-reliance part, the who to rely on, and the can you run from it. The answers are always the same. How did you act or react to the fear? I used to let it build up, get angry, and act out, which always hurt me eventually. And my fear affected others because I would say hurtful things and blow up at people. And it's the same answer as everyone. Need to rely on God and prayer to help guide me through the fear of mental instability. It's crazy, it's like scary being around people that you don't know like what their mental state is, like what's going on in their head based on the way they're acting. I'll be honest, Nick, for sure, Nick, 100%, dude. That dude scared the shit out of me. It was like very scary living with that type of person because I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if he's gonna start acting out, and like, like that was one of the big reasons I had to get out of that place. And then there's just a lot of it. It's not just him. There's a lot of fucking crazies. And I'm crazy too. So why am I going to like stick around, And it's just so much easier to deal with things here, Yeah, people act weird and seem a little nutty. And I'm sure they think the same about me. But I get to just walk away now, Like I get to just like do my own thing. And so do they. And so that's fine. It's good. Dogbone says he feels like I overthink and look too much into things that aren't a big deal. I said I'm sensitive, but man, sometimes you just have to chalk it up to the internet being the internet. Can't let it get to you. Well, yes, one of my big character defects is that I am a chronic overthinker. And I'm sure, yes, I do look into things too much that aren't a big deal. But what is a big deal and what isn't a big deal is also very relative to the person. It's what might not be a big deal to you, might be a big deal to somebody else. And for you to discount their feelings and emotions is not very kind of you, And I've done that too. And I've had to realize that and process this stuff. That's why I'm doing this now. But I will say, though, Dogbone, if you keep going on with the constant criticism, I might have to let you go, dude, because, like, I am trying to do something productive here and have, like, conversation with people that, care and want to listen in and maybe hear something positive or encouraging or some type of, knowledge. But if everything I say, if you're going to just criticize and like come at with me with what you think that I should be doing, then yeah, I will have to block you because like that's what all this work is for, is to like understand that you don't control others, that constantly giving unsolicited advice to others is not going to serve you well in the long run. There will become a day where, you're going to, and this is an extreme, but you'll do it to the wrong person and they're going to act out and you don't know what that's going to entail. Obviously here on the internet, there's a screen, it's easier to be that way. And that's one of the huge issues with the internet and the way people act and behave, on Reddit, on TikTok, here on YouTube and stuff, is people think, oh, well, there's this buffer between us, so I can act however I want. And yeah, you can without any immediate consequences, but essentially you're doing yourself a disservice because you're becoming this type of person that thinks this is okay to act this way, and eventually it will build up in your psyche and your personality. You'll start treating others that way naturally, and it will just become who you are, and one day you'll be an old cranky old man that has criticized everybody out of his life. So I'm sorry. That's rough truth. And I'm sure you're going to say I'm overthinking it or that I'm projecting myself or whatever. And I think everything's a projection. Anything like this, any adversity that anybody, encounters, the way they deal with it, if they deal with it outwardly and process it outwardly, which I'm doing, like, yeah, and I think the things that bother us the most are things that we see in ourselves, that we've either processed within ourselves or that we're currently dealing with in ourselves. So, yeah, and I think it actually is bothering me the way you're doing this constant criticism, because I am that way in my head, right? All these fears I'm processing, and obviously this mental instability one is longer than the others, and the discomfort, and all these are about being in sober living, because I'm watching other people, I'm analyzing them, I'm overthinking about them, I'm being aware of them, and doing all this judgmental shit in my head. I'm a very judgmental person. In my personality type test, it said that I was 93% judgmental and 7% prospective, which I'm working on. But these are things that I'm working on and doing my best. And so I see it in you as well. And so I understand, Dog Bro, and I understand you 100%, dude. In that personality test report, it said that because I care so much about others and want to help them, but I'm not, but not going about it in the right way, right? With unsolicited advice. Like, you get to know somebody, you build a personal relationship with them, and then eventually if you see some behaviors that are being repeated and they're concerning, then maybe you have like a calm, intelligent conversation with them, not generally on live stream. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, it kind of throws a wrench in the cog, or whatever the saying is, if there's a machine going and then it stops because the process has been slowed due to a foreign object or something like that. Not that you're a foreign object. I don't know where you're from. There's no double meaning to that. But go USA. Just kidding. All right. So Denise makes you feel like you need to pick your Al-Anon book back up? Yeah, go for it. No, I'm not going to block you. I understand, but that's another thing in the program, is that, like, they say don't give advice. You can give, like, suggestions, you can have constructive, like, ways of doing things, but just the constant, like, advice, the, like, picking apart what I'm saying and what I'm doing and analyzing it. But I get it, because I'm the same way, And that's why I have to assert and draw my healthy boundaries to put a stop to it. So it's okay, do it here and there if there's something that really, gets to you, but just like not every single. And that's why the comment thing happened, and you thought people were ganging up on you, which they're not. They're just, they care about me, and I think they understand what's going on, and so do you. And maybe you're just dealing with it in a different way than they're dealing with it. And I think, and I'm the same way, and I used to freaking be on people on the internet, like, this and that. I mean, yeah. And so I think the best way to handle it is to kind of let things happen naturally and understand that, like, it's just, you're you, I'm me, they're them, and it's just the world. And excuse me, everybody has their own path, and it's all gonna work out. Yeah, I've had to learn, I can't control everything. Anyway. All right, on to the next fear. So the next one is social media addiction. Wow, look at that. How perfect, you guys. The fear of social media addiction. All right, so can I cite examples of where this occurred? Oh, yeah. Oh, geez. I mean, there's I gotta focus on one. I'm gonna try to focus on recent, not distant past. So, when I started live streaming after I left Graceland, I noticed live streaming starting to feel like an obligation, and that if I said certain things about certain, I can't read certain, Jesus, certain people or places, then I would get more views, which equates to more money. I have this fear because I have seen people get addicted to social media, and it changes the way they behave. Was it because self-reliance failed me? Self-reliance. Yes. If I allow myself to get so wrapped up in self on social media, then I become a less productive individual in real life. I'll read this after. Was I to be harmed in some way by something I could not control or avoid? I can always control and avoid harm done by social media by being ultra mindful of its effect, as well as drawing healthy boundaries and limitations with myself and others. Can you run away from fear? I could run away from social media, but that would not benefit me, as there are positive qualities and interactions available. That sounds weird. You guys are available. How did I react to fear? I reacted by shutting down, feeling guilty and bad about myself for getting sucked into it. I had to take a short break to process things and come back after I felt more collected and at peace with myself. Did my fear affect others? Well, Dogbone, here you go. Here's your part. Because Dogbone said that I left my fans, which I don't call you guys that, that's what other people say, hanging. It affected others when I left because they missed me. And it also can affect others negatively that truly care about me when they see me feeling overwhelmed due to social media. What should we now rely upon if not ourselves? It's always the same thing. I'm just going to write the same thing. Need to rely on God and prayer. Need to rely on God and prayer. That's exactly right. To help guide me through social media addiction. Oh, please, God, help me with this. Need to rely on throwing my phone in the garbage. Guide me through social media addiction. All right, here we go. Let's see what you guys have to say on that one. Was there something in particular that you said that you didn't like? It's not that I didn't like it. It's just that constantly being critical and then you kind of did an argument with the other people in the comments. You know what I mean? Let's see, Denise. Not that I want to give you advice to you, Matthews. I'm here to gather your wisdom, but I struggle with trying to be helpful, aka controlling with those close to me. Always trying to do better, though. Yeah, no, I understand. I mean, I'm the same way. It's like something that, it's good to work on because it's going to make you a better family member, better friend, better spouse or partner or whatever. And, that's why this work's good to do while I'm single, while I'm trying to want to be single. And it's only going to make me a better person for that future partner, And family, I mean, family's already like really, stoked on things. Like they notice a change and yeah. I'm getting kind of hungry and I kind of also want a cigarette, but I feel like I should push through one more. I'll take you guys with me. I won't shut it down. That's a lot of writing. All right, what's the next one? Next one's dishonesty. A fear of dishonesty. All right, so can I cite examples of where it occurred? God damn, dude. Let's try to go away from sober living and away from the Graceland route because it's almost too easy. It's like low-hanging fruit at this point. Dishonesty. Where is somewhere where I felt recently like somebody was dishonest? No, I was dishonest. There we go. The fear of dishonesty. So, when I was like relapsing, I guess, I was being dishonest with people. Like they thought that I wasn't using, the harder stuff. They thought I was just like smoking weed. But in reality, I was like sneaking off to go score and shit. And so yeah, we'll focus on that instead of like others. We'll focus on what was going on with me. That dog. Oh. Bobby.
Yeah.
Is she supposed to stay out there or can I let her in?
No, Lily?
Yeah.
No, she'll pee.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well,
Do you have a second?
Second?
I need some help. I can't see her again.
Oh, okay, yeah, no problem. Yeah, it's all good. I'll be right back, you guys. you guys stuck around. All right, let's see what you guys. I'm gonna go have a smoke and drink a protein drink. Good time to take a break. Lily, no. You want to go see Lily real quick? What are you doing? What are you over here barking away for? Brat. Little brat dog. Oh, now you're following me? Now you're gonna follow me after you ran away from me, huh? Shit. Alright, let me see. What exactly did this person say to you in a DM that was hurtful? JS, why are you... Dude, that's so in the past. It was not hurtful at all. It was just that they were asking me to message other people that were bothering them about talking to me or something. It was just like internet drama that I didn't want to be involved in. Yeah, so it was really not a big deal at all. It was starting to feel like things were getting in the way of like me feeling comfortable live streaming. So yeah, I just took a little break. I processed it and came back. It's all good. It's in the past. What's the best way to get a perfect sponsor? Nobody's perfect, dude. Nobody's perfect, bro. My sponsor's great. I love my sponsor. He's the best sponsor I ever had. But yeah, he drives like an idiot and he talks too close to me and, and you know, like nobody's perfect, man. There's no perfect sponsor. What, Nala? Oh, here's the sweetest dog. What are you doing roughing and puffing about? What? You want a pet? Yeah, you're a sweetheart. You're a sweetheart. Take a rest. Chill out. Oh, I should take a rest. Chill out. And there she goes. Here she goes. What are you doing? Stopping in your tracks? Gotta do a stretch. Anyway. Oh, dude, she's doing another big stretch. All right. Yeah, there's no perfect sponsor, Thaddeus. But the best way to find a sponsor, I don't know, man. It's different for everybody. I'd say just, find somebody that you vibe with. There's all different, all different types. Damn, what is that dog doing? Nala, are you choking on something? You okay? Are you okay? What are you doing? She was doing like this thing. It sounded like she was trying to like blow snot out or something. Okay, she's fine. It was just like over and over. She's fine. Okay. Okay, so they misinterpreted what you said. You guys, we're moving past all that stuff. Don't worry.
Hey, pretty girl. Let's go bye-bye. Wanna go bye-bye? Come here. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, just tune them out, of course. I mean, but everybody's opinion is valid and stuff. So for me to just like completely ignore people or whatever, I mean, obviously, if somebody's being like a jerk or something, it's easier to deal with stuff if somebody's like, "Oh, you're ugly" or "You're fat" or something. That's like, haha, whatever, move on. But when people like actually have a valid thought or opinion about something, like for me to ignore them or just block them, like that's not good for either of us or anybody. It's just like, I think that's what a lot of people are used to on social media, right? Like anybody that doesn't agree with their opinion or something, then has to be some big argument or drama, or you have to like run away from them or something. And there's obviously, there's time and place for everything. But I mean, that's not the way I run my life. Yeah, he loved the dogs. Yeah, they are very sweet. Well, one of them's very sweet. The other one's sassy, but they are cute. Yeah, no, she's just doing some sneezing. You don't know how I do it living with all the dogs. There's only two of them. The one's super chill, and I mean they stay in their rooms for most part and get taken out and hang out. Yeah, no, they're super chill. Um, yeah, there's no like nothing negative about the dogs really. Your name's Dog Bone. Yeah, I was say your name's Dog Bone. What is she doing? Thought for a second that she had a dog bone. She's just like gnawing at her foot. Yeah, I've never had my own dog, actually. I've lived with a lot of dogs. Excuse me. German Shepherd, Poodles, Pugs, Chihuahuas, Cocker Spaniel. No, I'm not. I'm not scared. Definitely not scared. Also, I do this thing where I swish the drink around in my mouth every time I drink. My exes would, all right, see, my exes would call me out for that. They'd be like, why do you do that? I'm like, I don't know. I guess I'm like getting the flavor like all around my tongue or something. Trying to keep this fresh tat out of the sun. So I gotta like angle it a certain way. Anyway, I don't know. Now that I'm like chilling and just smoking a cigarette, and just enjoying the, the weather out here, kind of thinking maybe I've done a good amount of step work for the time being. Maybe I'll just take a break and make some lunch. Maybe, I don't know, maybe take a nap. I don't know. Here. There, you can get a better view of it. Pretty crazy. But, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm a bad influence. I'm a bad influence on you guys with the cigarettes. Sorry. It's fucking bricks and NY. Oh, it's like snowing bricks? New jobs, Sprouts, just grocery stores, cashier. Just chill, it's part-time. So I'll still be able to run my meeting schedule, gym schedule, therapy schedule, live streaming, prioritize things. So yeah, it'll be chill. Hopefully they give me my schedule today. I got the background check back and it was exactly what I thought it was going to be, so that was good news. This freaking protein drink makes my mouth like feel weird. I should have applied at Target. See, Dog Bone? There you go again. Yeah, dude, I don't want to work at Target, bro. It's not my vibe. When I go into Target and I see the employees and interact with them, I do not think, oh, this is what I want to be. When I go into Sprouts and interact with the employees, they seem a lot happier. They seem it's a different vibe at Sprouts for sure, dude. I'm sorry. No. Target. Sorry. Not my vibe. You told me I should have done what you said again. Yeah. At least you're seeing your part in it. It's fine. Yeah, I just don't. I aspire for something better than Target. Also, they said it's pretty easy to move up and get promoted, so that's nice. They said after a few months, like I could get promoted, so we'll see. It's just a get well job. It's just a part-time job. The only thing I'm wondering is how it's going to work out for my meeting schedule, so I have to figure that out. And then that Deftones Mars Volta show. I already have a ticket. I can't miss that. Oh yeah, I like shopping at Target for sure. I mean, I like shopping everywhere. I like spending money. That's another addiction, you know? But yeah, Target's nice. It has a lot of different things. It has lovies, it has sloths. So it's a great place to shop at. Like, you know, I like beautiful women and having sex, but that doesn't mean I need to go down to Figueroa Street. You know what I mean? doesn't mean I need to get wrapped up in that. There's some things that are best observed from a distance. Oh, nice, Denise. Yeah, it's kind of expensive. But one of the people that watched the live stream bought it for me. I didn't ask for it. It just appeared in my inbox one day. So it was amazing. There are benefits, you know, there's a lot of positivity from social media and live streaming and all that stuff. It's just good to be mindful of it, you know? Mindful of not letting it get caught up. Yeah, yeah, see, sounds like my dad. It's like my dad on here or something. My dad always goes, listen, listen. And when he says that, I know, great, here it comes. Here comes the unsolicited advice. But my dad is 71 years old. He's about to be 72. He has a lot of life experience. He has a lot of valuable information and perspective, and I appreciate it. Doesn't mean I always have to agree with it. Oh my God. These sinks are disgusting. Now that I'm not in here cleaning it all the time, look at this shit. Freaking top ramen and stuff. This cake's been out for I don't know how long. I don't want to look at it. But I don't live in this house anymore, thank God. Get to go to the back house. The path to serenity. Oh, everybody's gone. I'm the only person here. You know what that would entail before? That would entail, ooh, I get to get into some shit and be a bad guy. And so it's about doing the right thing when nobody's around, you know? And not just like, you know, because I was like an only child and my dad was always on me. And so I grew to enjoy being sneaky. And so I'd like get off on it like as an adult. You know, I was like undercover addict at work and stuff like that. I thought it was cool and, you know, felt good about myself because I was, you know, getting high in the bathroom. But that's no way to be. Whatever, says Dogbone. Anyway, you guys. All right. Well, I'm going to eat something and I'm just going to chill. I'm probably going to take a nap. I woke up at 5 a.m. this morning. I wake up, drink some coffee, smoke some cigs, play Pokemon Go. Then I like took a shower, walked to the grocery store, bought some groceries, came back, did an AA meeting. Oh, I did some live streaming, I think, before that. Oh, yeah, when I was cooking breakfast. And then after the AA meeting, yeah, I went back to live streaming, did some step work with you guys. And yeah, so I'm chilling now. I'm just gonna take a break from the screen time. It's good to be mindful of that and eat something and just chill out. Maybe I should meditate. All right. Well, thanks for spending time with me, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I enjoyed it. This is great. Even dog bone. Even you are beneficial for my recovery and helped me, and I hope I helped you in some way. But yeah. All right, Amanda. I'll talk to you later. Maybe this weekend we can do a video chat again if you want. But yep. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day. Bye.